About to take some medicine. But I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about what I was talking about with my coordinator. I have such a big team, it's hard keeping track of who's who. But we got on the topic of me being a busybody. That's what I was just called, a busybody. I like to call myself like an independent girl. I really don't like to like categorize myself in any type of way. But I got a lot of medicine I have to take. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But anyway, so the topic came up of me dancing. And I used to walk in the park a lot, and I used to do a lot of I don't know if y'all are familiar with Tabo, but I used to do a little bit of Tabo, and sometimes I would do some Shaun T, hip hop abs. And I can't do Tabo anymore. Unfortunately, it's too strenuous. And the way I am is I would be exercising sometimes and not realize that it's time to take a break. But I used to do Tabo. I love Tabo. It's upbeat and I don't know, it was just fun and funny at the same time. I like hip hop abs, but I was told that I can keep dancing as long as it's not a lot of jumping. So, do y'all think I should continue my dancing videos? And if I did, would y'all watch them? I like dancing, but I just didn't want to do anything that would set um, my transplant back. Because I am about to get a bone marrow transplant. Hello, I see you in there. Journey. I can't see your first name. I don't know if it's because of the way I'm sitting and I got something really big sitting right here. Start with an L. Okay, I see you. Hey, hey, hey. I wanted to keep dancing. I wanted to keep doing Tabo too, but they said Tabo is just too strenuous for me to continue that one. So unfortunately, I can't do Tabo anymore. I could probably do 15-minute hip hop ab if I wanted to, but I would have to have someone, a caregiver near me. Thank you, because I can't hardly see anything on the left side of the screen. Destiny, I know that's you because of your profile picture, Destiny Forever Walks. I was just talking about how the coordinator just let me know that I can continue to dance, walk. They actually prefer for me to try to walk at least a mile a day, which I could do that. Oh, she's speaking to you in the chat. Yes, y'all get to know each other, please. Destiny Walks. She knows that I like to jump rope also. But like I said, my coordinator was saying they don't want me to do anything that's going to set my recovery back. They want me to just keep moving, but not anything too rough because sometimes my platelets are low. I got one more pill I have to take, y'all. These are the ones that I could take together. And then I have some that I have to wait like 20 to 30 minutes, like space them out and then take that. My estrogen pills, I have to wait a few minutes before I take that. That's to stop any bleeding. They don't want me to have any cycles while I'm preparing for my bone marrow transplant. You want me to take my time? I see you said take your time. I was so happy. I was so happy when they told me that I could start back kind of getting into the groove of what I used to do. But most of all, I'm happy that they put me into remission. But they said they had to put me into remission first before they start the, I see D. That must be Sandra D because I see like the brown. Is that Sandra D? Okay, I see Destiny says hello to you, Sandra D. So I see your name now. But they put me in remission first when I was in the hospital, and I was excited about that. And then the doctor came in and told me, he said, you know, you have one of the most fatal leukemias that's on the unit. And I explained to him that I already knew the severity of it. Me and my husband was actually brought into a room about a year ago, and they explained the severity of it. Hello. I just wanted to share the news with y'all that they said I could start back like dancing. They just don't want me to do too much. They was like, listen to your body. So I got this new Fitbit watch that can go to my Android, that was compatible with my Android, because y'all know I'm an Android girl. So I got me a Fitbit for my Android. From Senegal. Hello. How are you? Thank you for joining me. I was just so excited, y'all, when the coordinator called and let me know, like, we're setting everything up. So now I have to go through a process, which you guys know, if I can't take you guys in there with me, I will be happy to at least share the steps with you guys. That way, if you know anybody who may be diagnosed with this, or who may have a family member or something, that way they will kind of go in at least kind of knowing what to expect. I'm the type of person where I don't like to go in blinded. I like for people to just be blatant and honest with me and let me know exactly. I see that profile picture. That's Tam Tam. Hey, Tam Tam. Miss Riz. Yep, so when they got me into remission in the hospital, y'all, I was so excited. I think I got up the next day and danced like 3 or 4 dances. I was walking around the hall and like speaking to all the nurses like, good morning, good morning. And usually when I'm walking in the halls, I'm like, excuse me, because I'm like the little weird one where I don't like walking in crowds and I don't like walking around too many people at one time. But after they gave me that news that I was in remission, I was walking and walking and walking. So, I already took that. So now that I can start back doing light exercise and like aerobics, they don't want me doing too much jumping, nothing that's close by a lot of furniture, because they don't want me to bump myself. I gotta go back tomorrow. I don't know if they're gonna check my platelets then or not, but last time I went, I didn't need any platelets. I'm above the number. They wanted me to at least stay at 20. That was a good range for me to stay in, but I was above 30. I was like 37, I think, when I went in the other day. So that's what makes them think that I could start back kind of just doing more things and moving around more. They say the more you move, the better. I'm all for it because I don't like sitting still. I don't know about y'all, but I cannot stand the fact that now I have caregivers. If you're the type of person that you like getting up, fixing your breakfast, getting out and walking, going outside, then you understand what I'm saying. Like, it's really tough when you have to have a caregiver out of nowhere. And when your body just, I feel like my body betrayed me. I'm just going to be honest. Like I said, if y'all want to share this with a family member or something. Yes, hopefully I could be back jump roping soon. My transplant has been scheduled, y'all. My transplant has been scheduled. And I am so relieved to let you guys know that I have a donor. I have a donor. And I love my donors so very much. They don't know how much I love them just for simply saying, what do I need to do? And that was exactly what he said. What do I need to do? So I'm going to tell you guys who my donor is in a minute. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure you have a beautiful life as well. my life, I'm blessed. I'll put it like that. But I wanted to let you guys know that the things that I have to go through before my transplant, it's a little tiresome. I'm not going to tell the story. It's a little tiresome. But if y'all want to know who my donor is, you got to stay tuned. But it's a process. It's a lot of going back and forth. But I feel in my heart of hearts that it is all worth it. So I still can't go outside when people are cutting the grass and things like that. I can't go outside and like dig in the dirt again, which I love to do. That's one of the downsides to going through this. I love gardening, and I have noticed that a lot of people in the gardening community stopped watching me when I started documenting my journey, and that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. But the thing is, I still like to watch them because I love to see what they have grown, especially the people who started their herbs in the little competition they had. And then I love seeing the watermelon wars they got going on. I just love watching things grow. But right now, I got to take it step by step, and I got to get to where I need to be. But the first step was them getting me into remission. So right now I'm celebrating the fact that I am in remission. They still saw a little bit of that Philadelphia strand, just a small percentage of it, but I'm in remission. They didn't see any signs of leukemia. So that was the first step. Then after that, you got to go through a slew of testing. I had to get a CT scan. They had to check my urine. I had to actually save my urine for a whole day, which was weird. They give you a little hat to put in your toilet or commode, whatever you call it. They give you a little hat to put in there, and you collect your urine for a whole day, and you get another container, and you pour your urine into the container after you finish, and you make sure you clean everything up. Everything has to be sanitized. The toilet, your hands, the sink where you wash your hands, your shower, everything has to be completely sanitized. So that was another test that I had to do. I had to do an x-ray. I had to do an EKG. And tomorrow I have to go back to meet with the physical therapist and the occupational therapist just to get started with them. And we are going to start working on like fine motor skills as well as large motor skills. So that should be fun to see how that works out, because I'm an active person. So, and I know they're probably going to want me to do some little exercise like pulling the band out, pulling it back in. I get bored with stuff like that. I'm weird like that, but I get bored with stuff like that. So, what's some more testing that I had to do? Of course, labs. I get my labs drawn like at least every other day just to make sure I'm still in the range they want me in. A safe range is what they call it. I had to get another bone marrow biopsy. Those things are not fun, but if you have to get a bone marrow biopsy and they have to do it what they call bedside, please ask them if they're using lidocaine. Please ask them if they're going to numb the area. And that will help you just to get an understanding of how they're going to go about doing it. Sometimes I've had a bone marrow biopsy where they have done the anesthesia. And I've also had the one where they don't have anesthesia and they just do the lidocaine. So the lidocaine one was a little all right, but I felt too much. But it's not like I didn't scream or cry or anything like that. I was just like, oh. It was more like that kind of hurt. So, so if you ever have to get a bone marrow biopsy, just ask them what's the process of the way they're going to do it. If they're going to do it bedside, ask them if they're going to use any lidocaine or anything. Ask them if they're going to use anesthesia. Yeah, and those are all the tests that I could think of right now. But like I said, we're still in the process. So I'm still going back and forth almost every other day to the clinic or the infusion room just to get prepared for this transplant, which is going to happen next month. Next month, I will be getting a bone marrow transplant, and my donor is Don't hurt the harvest. Hey, hey. My donor for my bone marrow transplant will be my big brother. My big brother, as soon as he got wind of what I was diagnosed with, before it even got to this point, as soon as he heard the diagnosis, his response was, where do I need to go? What do I need to do to see if I can match you? And I didn't even know about all that, those steps right then. But his response was, what do I need to do? And then when they called him up, when my leukemia did go on to the next phase, and they were honestly talking about a transplant at that time, they called my brother. And I know, right? He's my big brother. They called my brother and they explained to him what was going on with me. And they mailed him a swab. And he did the swab, sent it right in with no questions. And he was a match. Then they had him come in for more tests. He had to do a blood test. He was still a match. So I'm grateful for my big brother. I don't know if he'll see this or not. They watch me sometimes when they can, but when I was little, I was so mad with my brother when he went into the military because I felt like he was leaving me. I didn't even think about like the rest of the family, and then I was like, he leaving me. But my brother left and served in the military when I was a young girl, and I was kind of mad with him for that. Like, I felt like he left me. And now here it is, he's trying to save his little sister. So he went from being a hero for our country to my own personal hero. No matter how this turns out, just the simple fact that he was like, what do I need to do? And he listened to everything they told him to do, and he was on it. As a matter of fact, one day when I was sitting in the clinic, hooked to my my port was all accessed and everything. I think I was hooked to potassium and platelets that day. Well, I was hooked to platelets that day, and they had to give me the potassium pills. But while I was hooked in there, who comes walking through the door? My big brother. And I'm always so proud of him. I'm like, that's my big brother. That's my big brother. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, and then I'm very happy about the part that my brother is very healthy. he he drinks his water. He's always moving, always moving. Um, like I said, he's a military man, so I already have a level of respect for him and other soldiers um, who have enlisted and served the country. I just have a certain amount of respect for everyone who has served. And then here it is now. He's my own personal little hero now. I'm not going to say little, I'm going to say big hero. Y'all are speaking to each other in the chat. Thank you. But I just really wanted to let you guys know, like, I talked to my coordinator this morning and she made me feel so, I don't know, she just made me feel like she's family or something. She just made me feel good about the process. She was telling me about the schedule that she had already given me and just going over everything, and she was saying she knows tomorrow is going to be a long day, but she just want me to hang in there because everybody is really just rooting for me. And she said it's going to seem like a long day, it's going to seem like a lot, but it's going to be worth it. Now, after all of this is said and done and I have to get the transplant done, they may have to keep me in the hospital for a couple of days. Well, for a few days, just to see if I get a low-grade fever or if my body rejects my brother's stem cells. But until then, I'm going to keep drinking my water, taking my meds, And I try to eat some greens every day, no matter what the greens are, collard greens, spinach, green beans. I try to eat some veggies every day. Try to get my fruit in. That's kind of hard to do because they are very particular about how we clean our fruit, and they want to make sure we're not eating anything that's contaminated. But I've been cleaning everything that I eat and trying to do the right thing. So, and like I said, I got my new Fitbit that connects to my Android because I don't have an iPhone. And I got my stepper that I'm always on anyway. I was always on that before all of this anyway. So, let me see if I can show you guys. So this is what I do now instead of my jump roping. That's what I do now. But I used to do it before. But now I just can't get as many steps as I used to. But that's okay. I'm not going to push my body to do anything it can't do right now. I try to get at least 2,000 steps in a day. If I can only get 1,500, I don't beat myself up about it. I do what I can. I just really miss, and I'm glad Don't Hurt the Harvest is in here. I just really miss being in my garden. You just never know. You never know. The last thing I did in my garden was when y'all saw me pull up those onions. Yeah. But I enjoy watching you guys when y'all have your fresh harvest, or when you're picking things off of your plants. It made me feel good. I enjoy watching people who I know I saw them start certain things, and then you look out there and it's full grown. I like watching Odom's homestead, Diana's homestead. Just a lot of people inspire me. I love watching Destiny Forever Walks. I like on Friday, I believe it's Friday, you're like, wait for it. Wait for it. I love watching Miss Riz. Miss Riz, you know you are just amazing to me. You are amazing to me. You set a goal, you do it. And when you get up out of that chair and do your little jig, I'll be right with you like, go Miss Riz. Y'all don't know how much just watching y'all lift me up on some of my days when I'm feeling like a little down. Thank you. Complete healing. That's right. That's right. And the doctors were saying, like, the more I keep my energy up and the more I keep moving, it just really helps them really want to push me to keep doing and get better. They want me to be better so bad. They want all the patients. That's why I like where I am. I like where I'm receiving my treatment, because they are really, if they see one of their patients in the hall, even if they're not in the room with them, they speak and they want you to keep walking. They'll ask you, how many laps is this for you? You know, they give you the thumbs up. They're letting you know the seriousness of it, but at the same time, they're letting you know, like, you're on the right track. I love being motivated, because if I feel no motivation, then y'all know what they say about an idle mind is the devil's playground. So if I have an idle mind, I will start to think like, why am I doing all this? Why not just let it take its course or whatever? But then I start thinking like, no, because that's not me right now. Not my time, okay? and then you be out there jump roping and everything. Thank you for your inspiration. And when you get on that treadmill, when I tell you, you do some things that a lot of us can't do. And I'm just being honest. I'll be like, what did she do it in heels this time? Oh, Lord. But I enjoy watching you. I enjoy watching a lot of you guys. And it just makes me smile. And I think when I get into a happy mode and I'm able to laugh, I'm able to smile, it just lifts my spirit and it lifts my energy at the same time. I don't know how that works, but like when I'm able to laugh at things and smile and enjoy life, for some reason I have more energy. I'm able to go and get in the kitchen, fix me something to eat, take a warm shower, and just everything. But if I feel like I'm having one of those down like days, I feel like drained, like I don't have any energy. All it takes is for me to watch a quick funny video, or for me to watch something funny on TV, like one of the old TV shows. I'm saying old, like real old, but like something funny. I like watching funny things, and if I just do that real quick, I feel uplifted, I feel motivated and able to do. But today I just wanted to let you guys know that I did talk to my coordinator, and we are that much closer to transplant time. And they are saying that they are proud of me with how far I've come, and they keep reassuring me that the chemo that they gave me that put me in remission, my body handled it very well. My body handled that very well. And they were just explaining to me that the chemo that they're about to give me now and the full body, total body radiation that they're about to give me, it may be a little bit harder, but they are just letting me know that if I can handle all of that chemo they gave me before, that I can handle this too. I just have to stay strong in it and just go day by day. So this time I will be an outpatient when I get my chemo, and I will be getting about 3 days of chemo, and then I will go in and get, it's therapeutic, yes. I will be going in and getting the total body, I forgot what it's called, but it's a radiation that's for the full body. Total body irrigation or something like irradiation. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but it's something that it will be for my whole body. So I will get about 3 days of the chemo and about 3 days of the total body radiation. So some of my side effects may come back. However, I feel strong and confident in knowing that my team is looking out for the best of my interests. They're looking out for my best. So I trust their educated decision. Once they explain to me that they want to make sure they have every cell that can be fast multiplying and could be a cancerous cell, they want to make sure they get every single one of those first before they give me the transplant. I trust them with that decision because it just sounds logical. It sounds, yes, laughter is very good for the soul. I've learned that recently. Oh, don't hurt the harvest. You lift me up. When I see you doing your thing and showing what you got going on, it lifts me up. Trust me, I'm a gardener, so I love seeing people and things grow. I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check it out. Yes. So when I do this radiation, that's gonna be a little different for me, you guys. So if they won't allow me to show you guys to the machine, then I will try to explain it in great detail so you'll know what it looks like or something. But from what I hear, since I'm getting the total body, I will not be laying down. I will probably be standing up, and I'll be receiving radiation, total body radiation. That's what kind of scares me. But like I said, I trust my team. They have explained it to me in a way what makes you say, you know what, that sounds like a plan. Because the way it was explained to me is, if they miss some of the cancerous cells and I get my donor's stem cell, then my donor stem cells may start to not recognize certain cells and just start just going at everything, blasting at everything, and then my normal cells and his normal cells may start going at each other. So they want his cells to implant themselves and have time to get engrafted. I'm learning new words. Get engrafted, and then have time to try to grow back my normal cells in a healthy way with using his cells. I hope that makes sense with the way I explained it, but they explained it so much better than I can ever explain it. But they don't want any cancerous cells to be hiding, you know. And then by them being fast dividing cells, if they're in there hiding somewhere, hey, look, I gotta take some more water. Y'all help me out. Who just came in the chat? I can't see the profile picture. Hi, I know who that is, cause I see Sonic. Metro Sonic. Thank you so much for joining me, Destiny Forever Walks. I love you and I enjoy you. Please keep motivating me, because you are a big part of why I keep going. You are a big part of it. So thank you so much just for sitting in on my little chitter chatty, my chitty chatty patty. Metro Sunday, we was just talking about the fact that my coordinator called, and it is official. I will be getting my bone marrow transplant soon, and I can start back trying to walk around more and do what I've been doing. But mainly, I could start back dancing. I love to dance. Metro Sonic is speaking to everyone in the chat. Make sure y'all speak to each other, get to know each other. So I'm just excited because I get to peace out. Thank you. Peace. I'm excited because I get to start back dancing, y'all. So if y'all know any particular dances or songs or something y'all want me to try, I mean, let me know. My new watch is going off. But I'm going to start back dancing. I'm going to try to get back into, I see someone else just came. Pray you are doing well, sis. I'm doing excellent. I'm doing really, really good. And I am just preparing for my bone marrow transplant, which is coming up soon. I'm excited. My brother is going to be my donor, and I'm just excited to get that part over with, because it's been kind of one of those things where it's been like drug along, like, you may one day need a transplant, you may need a transplant, you may need a transplant. We're looking into giving you a transplant. I'm like, can we do this already? So now I've started the process. All the testing has been done. Now it's the side where we go on, where we start actually, I got to start another round of chemo, and I have to do a total body radiation, and then they feel like that's when my body will be ready to receive the new stem cells. Whew, sounds like a lot, but I feel like I could do this. I feel like I could take this. JGD, that's a tongue twister. JGDB. But yes, I feel all the prayers. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I go into that infusion room, and sometimes some people literally tell me, like, you look good. You are doing so good. It makes me feel like somebody's praying for me, because some days I get up and I don't feel good. I don't feel like I want to get dressed to go to the clinic every day. Put it like that. I'm not just being crazy or anything like that, but some days I really feel drained to the point where I'm like, I don't feel like getting a shower. I don't feel like changing clothes. And driving, well, not driving, I'm riding because I got a caregiver now. But thank God for my mom. She drives me almost an hour. Sometimes it takes us almost an hour to get there. And she sits with me while I'm receiving treatment or while I'm getting my test done. I totally feel all the prayers. Because even on the days when I'm not feeling good, something gives me that strength. And I know what that something is. Something gives me the strength to go ahead and get up, take my shower, get dressed, put my best foot forward, walk into that infusion room with my faith, and I just feel good. It's no other way to explain it. I just feel good. So that's why I know somebody's praying for me. I know y'all are praying for me because I feel good out of nowhere. Even if I woke up like feeling tired or something, just out of nowhere, like a blink of an eye, I'd be like, okay, let's do this. Like, that's right. I got to believe in myself. I got to know I can. No, I can. I got this. I got this. And when I walk in that door, I feel like saying, I got this. I know I got this. So I just don't want to give up on myself, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to be all down in the dumps. I don't want to be, I don't want to sympathy party. I don't like it when people come around me and it seem like they're like, woo, 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 like Sinclair on Living Single, like, woo, 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 woo. I don't, to me, that makes me feel more down. Like, I like when people come around me and be like, "Oh, did you catch the new movie?" Or, maybe you should read this book. It's good for passing time, and you get into it. I like when people recommend funny things to me. I love comedy, um, and I love mystery. Not bad, too crazy of a mystery, but I love mystery. I love comedy. I love doing the Sudoku puzzles. I love doing those. I like doing those more on the phone rather than in the booklet. I'll do them in the book, but I kind of like doing them on the phone better because I'm kind of competitive. So when it got the timer on there, I like to try to do it before the timer goes out. Yes, still the same God that was doing miracles then is the same God that's doing miracles now. He will never leave me nor forsake me. So, Morgan, I see a name, Morgan. Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. That's when you tip your head. Howdy. So, y'all, I'm feeling so good today. I finally have my schedule. And they have given me permission to start back doing light aerobics and some walking. I can do a mile a day. They don't want me to do over a mile a day. A mile a day, and I'm gonna get ready for this bone marrow transplant. They say I may have to do about 5 days in the hospital, depending on if I get a low grade fever or not, but that's not gonna be until October. If it's anything particular that y'all have like questions about or wanna know more detail about, just let me know. I'm an open book. Because like I said, I don't want somebody to go in like I did and feel like all like blinded by everything. I'm the type of person where if the doctors or the nurses want to tell me something, I prefer for them to just be straightforward and honest. Let me know what I'm in for. Let me know what I need to do. Let me know my best options, and let me know if it's some more options. Just lay it on the line. Just give it to me straight and let me make the decision of what I want to do. That's all I ask. Um, I'm no quitter, Metro Sonic. You got that right. I'm not gonna give up on myself. You got my word on that. I will not give up on myself. I'm gonna give it all I got, and I'm gonna dance my way through this. I'm gonna smile my way through this. Um, Even if it get on other people's last nerves. Oh well, that's their problem. But I'm not gonna be all down and in the dumps, and because I mean, what good is that gonna do? What good would that do if I just sit around and be like, poor me? No, I'm not gonna say poor me. I'm not gonna give up on myself. I'm gonna stay true to who I am, and I'm gonna ride this sucker all the way out. Yeah, but I'm thinking I may need to start a new hobby. I'm thinking I may need to start something like knitting or crocheting or something, because if they're saying that I may have to be put in the hospital again just to make sure I don't have a low grade fever, then I may need to do something else, cuz I have a couple of hobbies, but yeah. That's that's one of those things where it's like my hobbies are a little weird to other people. So when other people see me doing my hobby, or they experience like being around me for a while, they be like, why do you keep doing that? But it's my hobby. Just like I have a friend that loves to color in those adult coloring books. I can't get with it. That's not my thing, but I'm not going to tell her to stop doing it. Like, that's her thing. That's what she likes to do. So I'm gonna find another hobby, and I'm thinking I want to do like a little crocheting, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. I love to read, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. You like to do the adult coloring books with the thin lines in there? Okay, I see the profile picture, but that's not the name that I'm used to seeing with the pro. Is that Honey Sweet Tea? Honey, do you have a new name? Is that who I think it is, y'all? Cause I can't see on my left side that good because it's something sitting right here blocking this. Is that Honey Sweet Tea? But it don't look like, I see a J. Okay, it is. I know the profile picture looked for me. I'm like, wait a minute, but it say J. Hey, Honey Sweet Tea, I know you'll be praying for me over there. And I know, I feel it. I feel it in my bones. You weren't here when I mentioned who was gonna be ooh, who's gonna be my bone marrow. I don't forgot what to call it now. Donor. My bone marrow donor. You changed your name? I need to go back through my thing then, because when I go through my subscriptions, I don't see many shorts from you. Maybe I've been looking at them but not realizing it's you. I am the captain of my faith. That's right, Metrosonic. You are right about that. I am the captain of my faith and of my fate. And I will be honest and say I have learned that being sick, a lot of people don't want you to get well. A lot of people want to like see you down, see you hurt, see you depressed. And I've actually had people, when I still had my hair and I had on my Leukemia Warrior shirt, I actually had people say like, she just doing that for attention. She ain't got no leukemia. She just doing that because she wants some attention. You really think And it's amazing to me because this person was wearing a pink wristband for breast cancer awareness because they had a family member to fight breast cancer. But you don't want me to wear a Leukemia Warrior shirt and I'm actually going through leukemia. That was weird. Well, I don't want you to be in a little funk. I want you to post because I like when you post. I was finna say now, I have not seen you in the morning. That's what I do. I go to my subscriptions and I go through everybody's shorts and I try to show everybody some love. If you have a long video, I'll put you up on my TV because sometimes I be doing other stuff, but if you have a video that's like over an hour long, I'll just put you up on my TV, and I may not be able to comment or anything because I got you on the TV. But if you say something that really like I want to respond to, then I go on my phone just so I can respond. Oh, thank you, JGD. It feels a little weird, I will admit, and now some hair is starting to come in and it's like straight. But thank you so much because I don't feel it. I feel horrible a lot of the days, and I feel like everything has been stripped away from me. When you go through an illness, some people take full advantage. People will start driving your car. People will start taking your clothes. People will start just like they're acting like you're already gone. So I feel like a lot of things have been taken from me, and then on top of that I lost my hair, and I've had people actually say things like, really nasty things when you lose your hair, like that's what you get and then you bald head or whatever. um Thank you. Thank you. I've been going through so much with learning who people really are and learning how people really saw me, especially women. Today's your birthday? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Woo! Happy birthday. Yeah, I've had people like wish bad on me. So, yeah. Uh-oh. That's my pharmacist now trying to contact me. Yeah, but I've had people talk bad about me. People who always have had ill feelings towards me, and then they waited till I started going through this to voice their feelings towards me, because now they see me as weaker or less than them. So now they feel more comfortable with voicing their hatred towards me. And I wish I can go back in time and change a lot of things that I did for people, because if I would have known that certain people hated me as much as they show now, well, I can't even say that because I'm the type of person where if I see you're in need, I try to help you anyway. So I can't even say if I go back in time, I would change that, because I probably would still help you. It's just a little, um, it's just a little sad knowing that people would wait until they think that you're less than them or sick or don't have a job anymore or whatever, that's a good time to try to down you and, talk bad about you. Hey, Spartan Dan! How are you today? Everybody check Spartan Dan out. Spartan Dan always shows us what he's eating. And he has some pretty good food going on over there. Sometimes I'll be like, now I'm hungry. But yeah, thanks a lot, Spartan Dan. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, Mr. RJ. And I told one of them that too. I told one of them, I said, all I could do now is pray for your soul. That's all I could do, because I know in my heart of hearts that I have always tried to do the best and do the right thing towards everybody I come across. I'm the type of person where if I meet you one time and I really like your vibe, I'm down. I'm loyal. Yeah, you get a little trippy at times. Yes, you do, Spartan Dan. But I've actually voiced that recently. Like, the people who are treating me so ugly right now, all I could do is pray for their soul. That's all I could do. And try to get away from it as much as possible. Try to distance myself, because I don't want to be in the line of fire when, I don't want to use the word karma, but when whatever is coming to them come to them, I don't want to be in the line of fire. Where am I from? The USA. You're right. That good didn't go to waste. That's why I had to take it back, reel it back, because I started to say, like, I wish I could go back in time and not do the things that. But truth be told, I feel like if I was to go back in time, I still would do it anyway. I would still, I used to give people rides from work. I used to try to help people get started when they would get their first jobs or whatever. I would let them know, like, hey, go ahead and start your savings and checking account. Just try to give little words of encouragement. I would always let somebody know when they are beautiful. I'm not the type of female, I'm a girl's girl. So I'm not the type of female where I like bashing other people. I don't bash people who are having a bad day, because I know what it feels like. Yes, life is a learning experience. You are correct. I don't like talking bad about people who eat certain foods. I don't like talking bad about people if their hair is a certain way, or they look disheveled or something. I don't know what they're going through. I don't know what you're going through. I don't like to talk about people the way they handle their kids unless it's abuse. That's different. But if somebody prefers for their child to play with puzzles rather than watch TV, okay, that's their thing. So I don't like talking bad about people, because I will never forget what I went through when my older twins were babies. I went through it. I would never talk about somebody who's being cheated on, because I know what it feels like to be cheated on. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that if you fry your man some chicken, he ain't going to cheat on you. That's a lie. If he want to cheat, he going to cheat. I'm not going to talk about women who hair may not be combed one day. Because I know what it feels like to have to get out of a house or get out of a situation. And as long as your babies look good, you just trying to get out the house. I know what it feels like. So I would never bash nobody else. So that's why I say I had to pull it back. I was just going to say, if I could turn back the hands of time, I wouldn't be helping. I wouldn't fix this. I wouldn't go be picking somebody up from their appointments or taking them where they need to go. That's the story. Yes, I would, because that's just who I am. That's right, Spartan Dan. Metro Sonic and Tara J. Y'all just hanging in there with me today while I'm running my mouth. But yeah, some people have said some pretty cruel things to me now that they think I'm beneath them, or now that they think I'm, like somebody actually said, like, you think you're a goody two-shoe, but you got cancer. Or that's why God put you in the hospital. Like, they say little things like that. And I'm sorry, but if you think that that's me being sick is a punishment from God, then you have some deep diving to do, because if that's the case, what are you trying to say? All bad? If that's the case, then all bad people would be sicker. You get what I'm saying? Am I making any sense, y'all? If that was a punishment from God to be sick, then that means people who take other people's lives, people who hurt children, people who hurt elders, will all be sick in the hospital. They will all be pretty much gone and non-existent. We have to understand that this thing can touch anybody at any time. Yep, thinking about the past can't. Yes, you are right about that. It can cause stress and anxiety. You are right about that, Metrosonic. But I'm just thinking, like, I watched my son go through a brain tumor. That was not a punishment from God. What was he being punished for, if that's the case? I watched my godson fight, and he decided to lay down his sword. I don't like to say they lost the battle. I like to say they laid down their sword. So my godson, he laid down his sword at the age of 6 to stomach cancer. So are you trying to say God was punishing him for something at the age of 6? I walked through the hospital when my son was fighting his battle, and he had a friend named Nina who was on the bone marrow unit. Beautiful redhead girl. She was so bright, so talented. I just fell in love with Nina the moment I met her. Her and her mom had red hair, and they were from a different country, so they spoke English, but they had like an accent. Sounded like Irish. And you mean to tell me when Nina laid down her sword, that was a punishment? Beautiful young lady, very talented, peaceful young lady. She laid down her sword. After she had battled hers for years, hers kept coming back. Her little body just couldn't take it anymore. She was a young girl. So when somebody fixed their mouth to say, God put me in the hospital, God put me in the hospital, you know what I told them? I said, God put me in the hospital to give me rest. That's exactly what I said. God put me in the hospital to give me rest because he saw how hard I was working. He saw how I was trying to keep going, even though my body was sore from my neck down to my toes. I feel like God put me in the hospital to sit me down and give me rest. What I needed. Yes, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And Jesus said, I came to give life and give it more what? Abundantly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I stand by that all the way. Y'all, it's been real. And I'm going to get off of here. But y'all, I done ran my mouth enough. And Spartan Dan, you just said a word right there. That was it right there. I don't judge anybody. I don't laugh at anybody's woes or bully anybody. Thank you, Spartan Dan. I believe that. I don't believe he made me sick. That's right, Tara J. Yes, Metrosonic. It's a spiritual thing, I do believe. When you say people have a problem and the spirits are not right, I honestly believe that. I could look at some people in the eyes when they say certain things and I think to myself, that's a spirit. If they continue to be hateful and disrespectful and very, very disrespectful and not a care in the world, not a care in the world. Have a great day, Spartan Dan. I can't wait to see what you post next. You know I'm going to be sliding in there, leaving a comment. But yes, indeed. I think it's a spiritual thing going on. People are being mean and nasty for no reason. And the Bible speaks in that in Psalm 109. They speaking about me without a cause. You know it. And I just really feel like the world is just getting to a place where now you can't even be true to yourself. You have to put on a mask, and you have to put on this, basically your armor. You have to put on your armor. You have to keep it on. You have to have that breastplate salvation. You have to have it on. You have to. Um I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but you know what I mean. The righteousness, and I gotta learn all of it, but you get what I'm saying. You have to have it on now because we're in a spiritual war. You have to be able to decipher these different spirits when people are saying different things or shouting different things. I've been in public places where people are just cussing and loud and talking, and you're like, who are they talking to? But you don't want to make it known that you're even looking because they might start with you too. So, yep. But anyway, y'all, that's that. I am getting ready for my bone marrow transplant. I just got word that I could start back exercising as usual. At least a mile a day is good. If I could do a light little exercise, that's even better. And I will be going in tomorrow to see my physical therapist and occupational therapist. So, until next time, gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.